Let's talk about the biggest fight first. Stipe Miocic versus Junior Dos Santos.
Is that the biggest fight, or you mean in terms of size?
Well, it's the main event, then is the biggest in terms of size. I mean, I think it's both. It's actually, geez, looking at this card here, it's an absolutely just a fantastic card. Look, I watched their first fight this morning again, and it was obviously a very, very close fight. Stipe won the first 2 rounds well. Junior won the third, and the fourth and fifth were very close. Junior got 2 49-46s, if I'm right, winning 4 rounds to 1 on the judges' cards, which were just insane altogether. I don't know how they managed to get that, but I would have given it to Stipe, to be honest, but it was a very close one. I can see Junior. But
I scored it at the time for JDS 48-47.
Who did I score for?
I don't think you're on there. Let me check.
I might know. I'm not sure. It was very close. Like, I could have scored it for Junior. I could have scored it for Stipe. I was one of those. But watching it this morning, I thought Stipe won it. But, it was definitely one of those ones you could go back and forth, and it's kind of what you like.
Yeah, I don't think you were. You're not there. I don't think you were scoring it at the time.
I'm a whippersnapper. Fuck's sake. But I thought the strategy of the fight was the most important and the most important, or what's the word I'm looking for? The most illuminating thing looking back at it. Junior Dos Santos, if you look at him, look at all his losses. Well, most of his losses anyway, most of his fights. Cain Velasquez, the obvious one. Looking back at him, you push Junior Dos Santos backwards, you push him up against the fence, you tire him out, and you beat him. That's really how you beat him. You beat him with output, you beat him with forward movement, and that's what Stipe Miocic tried to do. And he did it very, very well for the first 2 rounds. When Junior Dos Santos gets backed up, he's not a great counter striker, although he can do it when he's kind of when he's countering kind of in the mix, in the pocket, he's very good. But when you push him back and you're throwing strikes as he's gone backwards, he can't really counter like that. That kind of like McGregor against Aldo, that kind of a thing, or Wonderboy countering. He can't do that. And a lot of heavyweights actually fight that way, but he can't. But when he gets up against the fence, he can be pushed against the fence, he can be taken down. The dirty boxing is where Stipe had big advantages, but Junior Dos Santos, he has that equalizer, and that's what happened almost exactly at the midpoint of the fight, halfway through the third round. Dos Santos hit him with a big shot and just turned the whole fight, burst Stipe's nose up and had him bleeding, then started getting on the front foot, started using his jab, landing a lot of shots, hurting Stipe at the odd time. And that's kind of the story of this fight as well. Stipe has to push him back, Junior has to push him back, and whoever is going to win that battle will probably win the fight, I think. And I'm really looking forward to it. Are you?
Yeah, I think Stipe has improved more since the last fight, but I think Junior hasn't taken that much damage compared to how much damage he'd taken before including that fight as well, including the fight with Stipe the first time, and obviously the Cain Velasquez fights. So maybe his chin might be a little bit better than it has been. For some reason, I think Junior Dos Santos is going to win this. Heavyweights just never have long reigns at the top because heavy hitters like Junior Dos Santos are around, and even if a guy's not a heavy hitter at heavyweight, it's just there's so much force hitting you that usually the champions don't last long. But like looking at the Seoul matchup, you'd have to say that Stipe is probably the favorite, but for some reason, I just have a feeling JDS is going to win this.
Yeah, he definitely could. I think it's going to be kind of the opposite way to the last fight. I think it's going to end in knockout early, and I think if it goes long, it'll suit Stipe the later it goes, even though the last time it suited JDS because it went later. But I think, as you said, Stipe has improved an awful lot. JDS has 2 fights since he beat Ben Rothwell and lost to Alistair Overeem. Whereas Stipe is 4-0, he beat Mark Hunt, Aaron Jarlovsky, Fabricio Verdum, and Alistair Overeem as well. Look, to me, I think, as you said there, Stipe has improved an awful lot. I think one thing he's improved an awful lot is not just his punch power, but his punch accuracy, his precision. And that's a very, very important thing, especially at heavyweight, because as you said, they hit so hard. You hit once, and that's the fight over. He's also improved his cardio. We saw him obviously go to 5 rounds there in that fight, and he struggled a little bit as it went on, but that's getting hurt as well. He went there with Mark Hunt. He didn't struggle. He did very well, and obviously the other fights have finished early. But I just think Look, my preview's coming up, and it's kind of it's a new preview as well. So if you're tuning in here, go and have a look at it. It'll be out Thursday, I think, possibly Wednesday, Thursday. So have a look at that. But I was saying in that you were kind of saying it there as well, that Junior Dos Santos, he's not really making any more improvements. You know, he is maybe a little bit past his prime, but he's not getting better all the time. Whereas Stipe Miocic, I think he's still improving. You know, what is he?
He's actually older, Stipe.
He is, but he's
actually older.
Yeah,
exactly. And the damage he's taken isn't the same as he's been TKO'd standing by Stefan Struve, but he didn't go out cold, or he didn't take a substantial amount of damage. It was just a short fight. Junior Dos Santos taken so much damage, but I think Junior has a better striking arsenal. He has more shots he can throw. I don't like, you know, the way he took out Mark Hunt, and just his boxing is probably better as well, but his chin doesn't quite hold up. And when you get in these fire exchanges at heavyweight, it only takes one shot.
Yeah, I agree.
I really don't know who's going to win this one. I really don't know who's going to win.
It's a tough one.
My head says Stipe, but for some reason I have a funny feeling JDS will win.